Great win. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Joining us from Duke is head coach Kara Lawson, along with ACC Tournament MVP Oluchi Okananwa and all-tournament first-team honoree Ashlyn Jackson. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we will get a mic over to you. We'll take any from Zoom at the end. Please use the raise hand function there if you would like to ask a question from Zoom. As usual, we will start with an opening statement from Coach before opening it up for questions. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Just incredibly proud of our team and what they were able to accomplish, not just in this game, but over the course of the tournament for us. We faced some of the best teams in the country 3 days in a row. When you look at the seasons that Louisville, Notre Dame, and NC State have put together, and to be able to come out as a champion is just very, very satisfying for our team that we've worked hard all year and, had some ups, had some downs, but we were able to put it all together in a weekend. And that's what you want to be as a team in March that can put it all together. And we showed that.
Thank you. We'll go for questions. And if you could just please denote who you would like to answer that, we'll start front and center.
Coach Skip Foreman with the News and Record of Greensboro. Pardon my ignorance, but did you play for Pat Summitt?
I did.
Is there any influence on you from her that may have had a bearing on what happened today?
Foundationally, how we run our program, most of that comes from Coach Summitt, what our standards and expectations are. So not just today, every day in the Duke program, there's a Coach Summitt thread and influence. And, she coached us hard. She loved us hard. And that's the same approach that I take with my players. And so I think there's a lot of commonality there in terms of what I learned from her and then what I'm trying to pass down to my players as well. So, yes, I thought of her this morning when I was getting ready to go to the game. I thought how excited she would be for the opportunity that we had. And I know she would be really proud of the defensive performance in the second half by our team.
We'll take a question here on our right.
Hey, Coach. Tyler Wally for the Duke Chronicle. So across your last 6 wins, you've outscored your opponent each time in the third quarter. How important was having a dominant third quarter coming out of halftime for you guys?
It was very important. It's something we emphasized with the group. We needed to come out and play our brand of basketball. And I thought Oluchi, in particular, we made the decision to start her in the third quarter because I thought she had just impacted the game at a really high level on both ends for us in the first half and felt like we needed her impact at the start of that third quarter. And in doing that, that group just went on a run very quickly, was able to cut into their lead. And it just felt like we started to gain momentum. And we just felt really, really good. And we just kept gaining momentum and making plays on offense, making plays on defense. And Oluchi and Ashlyn, were the 2 primary threats for us today on the offensive end. And they both did a great job of making big plays.
Here on our left in the center section.
Lindsay Gibbs with Power Plays. Oluchi, the emotion on your face when you got tournament MVP. Can you describe what you were feeling and what that moment meant to you?
A lot of gratitude. You don't get to this position without the help of so many loved ones. Starting with my teammates, I really do play for them, truly. And the coaches who I would not be where I am without them and without their mentorship in my life. And obviously, just loved ones from back home that just keep on cheering you on. So, when you get to that moment, it's kind of like this was all for you guys,
We'll go here in the second row of the center section.
My name is Ariel Cox with ESPN. So my question was, how does it feel knowing the work ethic and the energy and coach the vision that you have for this team has now happened? So, the coaches and the players can answer.
Ashlyn, do you want to go first for that one?
Sure. It means the most to us, but I would say, yes, we're going to take this in. This is an incredible moment, we're so blessed to be here. But I would say, we want more. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to continue to strive every single day to get more and continue to compete amongst each other. And like Luch said earlier, just stay Duke, you know, and just focus on ourselves.
Oluchi, anything to add?
Yeah, really, it's just an agreement with Ash about how this is great and it's amazing, and it's just fuel for us to keep on doing better as we continue on in the postseason.
And Coach, anything on your end?
No, I'm good.
Sounds great. We'll go back front and center to Skip.
Oluchi and Ashlyn, you were down 10 at one point. What was going through your mind at that moment, and what was going through your mind as the comeback took form, and next thing you know, you guys were running away with it?
I would say we knew it wasn't going to be easy. We knew it wasn't just going to come to us. So we just had to chip away, you know, little by little, and just, you know, just like bring the energy on both sides of the ball. NC State is a very great team, and we knew, you know, they were going to go on runs, and they were going to be them. All we had to do was just focus on us and be us. And I'd say, yeah, that was pretty much it, you know. And then having us come back, we knew that they could easily still come back into the game as well. So we just had to continue to chip away.
We'll go to Lindsay again.
Yeah. Coach, and for the players as well, you know, your team has been, you know, in the top 20, and it's had some good moments. But, you know, now you've beat 5 tournament teams in a row, ACC champions. What clicked? Why now? What is different about this moment?
Coach, would you like to take that one first, please?
I think we've just grown over the course of the last 2 years. I don't think that we woke up this morning and anything was different. You know, we started this process probably last year. We had 8 of 11 freshmen and sophomores of our team. And we weren't ranked, and we weren't expected to do well. And that was okay. We just worked in the fall, and we worked in the winter, and we tried to grow and get better. And then come tournament time last year, you know, we were able to make it to the second weekend and get to the Sweet 16. And I think we gained a lot of confidence from that. And then in the off season, we talked about how we could grow and how we could improve and what areas we wanted each individual player to work on to do that. And they did that. They went and they worked on those things. And then this year, same thing. We played the second toughest schedule in the country. We took them all over the United States to play in tough arenas against the best teams for moments like this. To be a winner in March, you have to be tested and exposed during the regular season to know individually what you're about and know what your team's about. I believe that comes from Coach Summit as well. I believe that you have to play tough people and put yourself in tough environments and not just try to get a good record. You got to play real teams, and you got to get exposed. And so I think it's just been a continuous build for us, and it all came together this weekend.
Oluchi and Ashlyn, anything to add about what it's clicking for your team right now?
Honestly, I think it's just hours and hours of hard work and being in the grind with one another. And for, like Coach said, truly this process really did start last year, coming in babyface with 8 out of 11, you know, being underclassmen. And it's just from then on, just growing our connectivity and being able to finally see it shine through now. It's amazing.
I agree with both of them.
Sounds great. We'll stay in this center section on our left.
Hey, Coach Lawson. Hi, ladies. So quick question. Speaking of next steps, what are y'all taking to prepare for the Sweet 16 and those next steps?
Well, we're not preparing for anything like the Sweet 16 right now. We're going to prepare for a first round game, because the one thing that I know is true about March is that you have to focus on the game in front of you always. We don't know that opponent yet. Obviously, that'll happen next weekend. So we'll take some time away this week so that we can recharge physically, mentally, emotionally. And then we'll get back in the gym to stay sharp on our own things. And then once we get the opponent in front of us, we'll be fixated on that and trying to focus and not look ahead and focus on the task at hand. So our group has done a good job of being singularly focused, not looking ahead. You have to be that in March. You have to be locked in because anybody can beat you. We could win our first round game. We could lose our first round game if we don't come out prepared. So we'll have to keep our sharpness and our competitive edge. And I don't think with this group that winning an ACC Tournament championship has dulled their competitive edge. I think it's made it sharper. And so we'll have to keep that sharp over the next 2 weeks.
Megan Price, 3 Chicks in a Pod. This question's for any of y'all. The selection committee has a really messy task ahead of them this year. Lots of losses, different variables. How important is seeding to y'all?
It's not important. We'll play wherever they want us to play and whoever they want us to play.
We'll go here on the right, please.
Hey, Oluchi and Ashlyn, you guys combined for 16 rebounds. Can you just talk about the effort and the energy that you guys give on rebounding, and also just the effort and energy that the team gives on rebounding too?
Ashlyn had rebounds. This is a typo. Wait, hold on.
No, Coach, she had a big rebound, remember?
I had 6.
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
This is why this is funny. So all last year, our coaches, especially Coach Carroll, have really challenged me to continue to grow my game, and that was the biggest area, rebounding and defense. They believe that I could do it. I believe I could do it. It's just me doing it for myself. They also do say that rebounds win games, and I knew that going into it that we talked about that. In order for our team to have a chance, we had to continue to buckle down, try to get second chances, and we had the defensive rebound as well. Yeah, it's pretty much it. That's all I have. It was a great thing.
I do have to say I'm so proud of that. Seriously, for her rebounding. She got a big one, and I was like, good job. That was a big one.
You did too.
You know? I mean, I love rebounding. That's something that my teammates expect of me, my coaches expect of me, so I'm always going to bring that.
Do we have any? Oh, here we go. To Lindsay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
This is for the players. Building off of the laughter right now, yesterday in press Coach talked about there was a lightheartedness and joking on the team. And I would say, with all due respect, that's not necessarily, we don't get to see that from the outside a lot, and Coach is really tough on the sidelines. So what is it like to kind of have that? What is Coach Lawson like behind the scenes, and how does a sense of humor play into it?
Oh, I would say this. She used multiple adjectives yesterday to describe us. One was annoying, and we picked up on that. And we were like, you know what? We may be annoying to her, but I bet we make her day every single day. If we weren't annoying, she wouldn't be her. She wouldn't continue to, like she said, make jokes with us or, just be there with us, you know what I mean? And she always likes to tell us, anytime we're away or on an away trip, she loves it the most, strictly because it's just us. And like I said, she loves us. Even though we're annoying, she loves us.
Yeah. Facts.
We'll go here to Marissa on the left.
Luch, you weren't here, but Ashlyn, as Coach said, you guys will go anywhere and play anybody, but you probably are hosting. 2 years ago, you hosted and you actually got beat on your home floor. In the second round, is there any extra motivation with that?
Yeah, it's extra motivation with every single game. Like she said, first round, second round, we just have to focus on the round that we're going into. And whether that's home, away, or wherever, we just have to continue to focus on Duke and continue to, like I said, be us and have that energy.
Do we have any other questions in the room? Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats again on the win.
Thank you.